we want to have something local in Trenton. Trenton used to be a manufacturing hub, and it's not anymore. And we want to make something here that is not only sold here, but in other places. I love doing it. It's hard work. You know, people think, oh, you start your own business, you bake, it's relaxing, you do it, you know, for downtime. But this is work. You know, that and having a full-time job is crazy. Last night, I got to the kitchen at like 4. I leave the kitchen till almost 10. Got home and still had some baking to do because I left some stuff at the house. Asked the husband to bring some stuff home. He didn't bring home the right stuff, so some stuff didn't get done. I didn't get to bed. I got to couch about 1:30 and was up at 5 this morning. I did go back to sleep, so I'm late.
Got a carload of pies?
Yes, we got sweet potato, pecan, apple crumb, and pumpkin.
Yeah, your husband told me about it.
We got cinnamon sweet pound cake. We have cranberry orange bread today. Yeah. So we got it. So that's what we are. This is what we do. The rest of me is fine. I'm really just putting this on so I'll have something next to my ears. Majored and finished, go Dragons, in chemical engineering from Drexel University. The whole time I was there, I was baking. So I was baking for choir for Valentine's Day. I was baking for senior dinners. I was baking just because. It was always fun to me, and it was always, you know, it was always fun to me, and it was always relaxing, and it was always a way to share and have fun and have a good time. But like most people my age, I was raised with parents who told them get a good education, get a good job, and stay there. So that was my goal at that point, was to get a good education and get a good job. Being a chemical engineer, there are so many fields you can end up in. I ended up in the pharmaceutical field. I was there for 15 years before I recently switched to oil and petrochem. I now currently work for BP as an operations team leader. But more and more, I just started baking more and more and realized that this is what I want to do full time. Even when I'm exhausted and I'm baking, it doesn't feel like work. Don't get me wrong, it's work, but it doesn't feel like work. Hi, my name is Estelle Orr, and I am the baker, owner, and head wanderer here at Happy Wanderer Bakery. My husband is my sous chef. I guess that would be sous baker if there is such a thing, but he's in the kitchen with me all the time.
We actually first met in high school, but we didn't date. We were friends, and we had a lot of close friends of friends. But we met again on Facebook. You know, she would tell you that I was stalking her, but I wasn't. I don't think he was actually stalking me. I think that he, you know, you look for people that you know, especially Facebook. It was growing. You start to connect with people that you haven't seen in a long time. But high school was not a fun time for me, so I wasn't really looking for people. It's one of those things where you, you know, you try to look up old friends and people who who were important in your life or who made an impact in your life, and she was one of those people.
He was very nice to me, which I always liked, and he was a good-looking guy. But we didn't travel in the same circles.
I kept thinking back on that because I've never told her I liked her, and she never said that to me. But in high school, I did like her. But we just seemed like so much opposites that I never approached her with that, and she probably thought I was crazy if I did ask her. So I never did.
And about 15 years later, a mutual friend, needed a ride to the airport and posted on Facebook. And so I, sent him a friend request and said, hey, how you doing? And that's how it all started. After that, we started talking, and then we started dating.
2-3 years into it, I proposed. She said no. But that was all right, because I was going to keep asking until she said yes.
And I explained it to him. It wasn't that I didn't have feelings for him. It's not that I didn't like him or that I was anti-marriage. I really liked the life I was living. And at that point, I wasn't ready to give it up. But God will talk you into some stuff.
And finally, she said, she didn't say yes, but she did tell me that she would ask me when the time was right. So she did ask me. She proposed to me. I accepted.
We were sitting on Canarsie Pier, and we were eating ice cream, and I just looked over at him and said, so, I guess we're getting married, huh? And he said, yep. And so that's how we got engaged.
And now we're married.
The security of a check. We want to know that every week, every other week, twice a month, once a month, there'll be some money in the bank, the lights will stay on, the mortgage will be paid, and there'll be food in the refrigerator. And the onus of that check technically belongs to someone else. When you work for yourself, if you don't work, you don't eat. And that's hard because sometimes you don't feel like working. Sometimes you really want to stay on the couch and watch a marathon of whatever else is on that day. But I have to do it. No time like the present, no day like today. One day, when I get to heaven, and I'm going, I have to account for my time here. And I can choose to stay miserable, or I can choose to try. And if it doesn't work, and I don't know anybody who goes into business saying, you know what, I really hope this fails. But if it doesn't work, I can say I tried. I can say I made the attempt. I can always go get another job. They're not going to revoke my engineering degree just because I decided to do this for a little while. But what if it works? What if I start this and we do this and it works, and maybe we won't be multimillionaires, but the mortgage will get paid and the lights will be on and there'll be food in the fridge, and we'll be working to make ourselves better rather than enrich somebody else's pocket.
Yumtastic is like, okay, you got your mother's pie or, her collard greens on Thanksgiving, and it's that one thing that your mother makes and, you love it. Nobody else can make it like your mother. That's Yumtastic.
Yumtastic is that feeling that you get in your mouth and in your stomach when something is better than you thought it was going to be. Nobody buys food anticipating it's going to be disgusting. You always buy food thinking it's going to be good, but then every once in a while you get something that's even better than that. It makes your tongue happy, it makes your tummy happy, it makes your toes wiggle, it makes you say, what is that and where can I get some more? That's Yumtastic.